my career gameplay, like and comment. I'm not gonna say it at the end of the video. I'm gonna say it now. So y'all go watch the video. Yeah. It's like the second time saying telling it to y'all. So.
Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Jamal Crawford.
You know, most people think of Jamal Crawford as a deep threat, but he's got a great handle on the ball. He can make defenders look foolish with that crossover. And that ability to create something out of nothing late in the shot clock is, I think, one of Crawford's best attributes.
Yeah, I agree with you. He had a big reason why he scores so much, Steve. He has the ball handling skills to create space and has no problem rising up and knocking down the jump shot. And his mentality is such that he feels like he can get his shot anytime he wants.
You take a look at Los Angeles. They feel like they're a better team than their record shows. And in games like this one, it's an opportunity to prove it. They can step it up and make a game of it. We'll see.
Checking out Los Angeles, they've experienced a sort of worst-case scenario season. Nothing has worked out for them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Mark. I mean, the expectations were definitely higher than where they are right now. And given what we thought they had talent-wise, it's kind of hard to believe they are where they are right now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
How about the box score from that game? The accuracy from the three-point line, just remarkable.
It was a stream of threes that allowed them to repeatedly deflate that crowd.
You got 12 minutes.
Sanders with the steal. Here's Knight. And he converts the layup.
Soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Ball goes in. Kicks to Jamison. Ball against Knight. That's good from Paul on the assist by Jamison.
Look at Chris Paul and his physical stature, guys. I mean, he's not overwhelmingly strong, or certainly not that big. Doesn't really bounce out of the gym. But it's the way he knows how to use everything that he has, particularly his body control. That allows him to be a dangerous finisher in the paint on a consistent basis.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Mayo into the lane. No luck. Nice D from Crawford.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
When you talk about Chris Paul's penetration, where's the number 3 in honor of Allen Iverson? But he's not the athlete that Iverson was.
Well, he's different. Iverson was a blur. Chris Paul is more about strength and side-to-side quickness. But Paul's a very good athlete in his own right. But it's his skill that is just so impressive. The ball handling, the passing, the awareness. What a player. 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
Paul gets a screen from Griffin, shoots the 3, and he trains the 3. Good-looking shot there from Barnes.
and he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
A nice shot by Knight.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Paul. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Paul's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, don't you just admire that tenacity he shows out on the floor.
Ilyasova inside the line. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
That was a good matchup for them last season. They came out on top in each of the 2 games they played against them.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. He was talking about last year, as strong as they are, a lot of matchups Clark are friendly for him, I think.
Yeah, those 2 games really illustrated the difference between a good team and a great team. For the good team to win, everything has to go right for them, which didn't happen.
And Crawford, no good on that one.
Jamal Crawford has always been a steady scorer, an explosive scorer, really, and he's been something of a journeyman, too. Over the course of his 13 seasons in the league, he's played for 6 teams, and get this, 16 different head coaches. Wow.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Kenyon Martin is checked in for Antoine Jamison. Mayo against Crawford. Tries from 16. No good off the front iron. And for Crawford, 16 different head coaches. Steve, that's incredible. You think that lack of continuity can hold a player back and chip away at his game?
Well, it doesn't help, that's for sure. I mean, Crawford has always been productive, but it does make you think, what if he had been lucky enough to go to an organization with great stability, maybe in San Antonio with Greg Popovich, but hey, you just got to play the hand that you're dealt, Kev.
That's good for Mayo.
O.J. Mayo is out of USC. He's in his 6th season in the NBA, fellas, and he was considered the top player in his high school class. Very, very highly regarded. He's yet to be a star at the professional level, but I think he's looking to solidify himself as a quality starter.
Mayo hits them both. And for O.J. Mayo, 6'4" player. Some people saw him as a guy who could play point guard, shooting guard. He's just a player, though. I think he can do a lot of things on the floor.
Well, he's a decent ball handler, but he's a shooting guard. I mean, he can be a little bit of a combo guy, but for the most part, he's out there to score, and most of those points coming off jump shots.
Now here's Mayo after the miss from Barnes. That is good. That's 7 points for O.J. Mayo.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Griffin a screen on Mayo. Reddick with it. Now defended by Pachulia. Ball goes in. Pass to Griffin. And stolen by Mayo. And now here's Mayo. The fast break opportunity.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk part coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
And that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
Martin with the bucket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Knight kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Knight, averaging 8 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Delfino. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Atlanta Hawks.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the result wouldn't have looked anything like it did if they hadn't gotten so hot from long range.
You're exactly right. They were splashing home threes at an unbelievable rate.
Here's Paul. After the made shot from Pachulia, Paul passes to Martin. blows through traffic and lays it in.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Pachulia inside. Griffin's there. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Byron Mullins comes in for Kenyon Martin. And Dudley subbed in for Matt Barnes. Here's Middleton. Harris kicks to Delfino. Delfino gets a screen from Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice work there coming off the screen. Middleton's got his first 2 points.
How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Wayans dishes to Reddick. High post try. Some solid defense from Harris.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Bucks ahead, leading by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Next Sunday, February 2nd, Aaron Aflalo and the Orlando Magic go on the road to battle the Boston Celtics. Hoops action. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Milwaukee.
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Bucks, Harris in at shooting guard. Caron Butler is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Sanders. And it's Ridnour in at the 1. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Caron Butler is one of those rock-solid, steady vets. Just a pro's pro, we call him. Entering the final year of his contract. You know he's looking to be aggressive out there.
Free throw, good Butler. And for Butler out of UConn, a good defender, Steve, a good jump shot.
Yeah, played in one All-Star game back with the Wizards. Now going into his 12th year in the league. He's had a great career.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, the Bucks playing here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center, one of the older arenas in the NBA at around a quarter century. And the Bucks have said they'll leave Milwaukee after the 2017 season unless a new arena is built.
Ridnour cashes in for a double-digit lead.
Well, the pick works really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Clippers trail by 10. Here's Wayans. Dudley the pass to Jordan. Crawford kicks to Wayans. Hands the shot from the wing. And back to the arena situation here in Milwaukee. This is one of the smaller markets in the NBA. Steve, that can make it tougher to get an arena done.
Well, there's a potential change in ownership that has loomed over the franchise as well. Obviously, we all want to see the team stay in Milwaukee. A lot of great history here going way back. So hopefully an arena deal will get done.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, I think Larry Sanders is one of the most improved players in the league, guys. I don't know where you stand on it, but, you know, he led the league in ejections, too, with 5. He's got the control and manages emotions a little better.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He told his players to play less as individuals and more as a unit. As he put it, one-on-one play has not yielded them nearly enough open shots. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Bullock passes to Crawford, and Sanders pulls it down. Back to Sanders, who said he's taking steps to keep his composure, not getting to other players and feel feel the wrath of officials. Those technicals are piling up.
Well, Kevin, he's already made some nice strides in his approach to the game. Just eating right, getting to the gym early. You really have to learn how to become a professional. And I think Sanders has made that next step.
Here is Paul. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. And stolen by Knight. And now it's Knight running. Go all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Clippers trail by 12. And there's the pass to Bullock. Outside, Jamison. Pocket 6. Pass to Paul. From deep. Offensive rebound. There's Crawford with the 3, and he gets it to go. Crawford's got 7 points in the game.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
The Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the Knight with it. 8 points for him. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Sanders' shot is good. He has 6. Clippers trail by 11. Ball outside. Paul gets a screen from Crawford. And Paul gets it to go in.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Griffin comes in for Kenyon Martin. And it's Barnes in for Antoine Jamison. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, well, Larry Drew had some advice for his team over that last break. He said to his players, we can do a lot of damage if we get more aggressive about driving the lane and taking it into the teeth of this defense. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Carlos Delfino's checked in for Gary Neal. Well, Steve, and back to Coach Drew, of course, he ended up signing with the Bucks.
Well, that was an interesting move for him to go from Atlanta to Milwaukee. You know, the Hawks were one of the better defensive teams in the league last year. I think that's what the Bucks saw in Drew. And that's the idea for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
Knight against Barnes. Knight dishes to Pachulia. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Pachulia's got his second bucket tonight.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
And Griffin slams it in.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Now, here's Redding. After the miss from Pachulia. Al Paul. He had 19 points in the win against Toronto. That's good. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Delfino passes to Pachulia. It's rebounded by Redding. Clippers trail by 7. Right side, Griffin. Ball outside. Dishes it to Redding. Feeds to Griffin. Tries from 10. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Now just a 5-point Bucks lead. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You know, for a guy his size, he doesn't play above the rim very often like he did on that slam.
Still got got some power behind him, though.
Yeah, you let him get in close like that, he'll throw one down hard on you.
And that concludes the first half. Bucks lead by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach Drew, I know you like to talk an awful lot about pace. Clearly your team is in control here. How do you think they did controlling the pace of this ball game?
I thought we did a good job with it. I thought we were in at the opportune time. We missed some easy shots. Our defense has been pretty good. Getting up to a fast start was important, but the pace, I like it a lot.
Coach, thank you. Guys, overall, he's pretty pleased.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Monday's almost come to an end. Let's celebrate with a little halftime show. Milwaukee up on top against the Clippers. They sit in 6th place in the standings right now in the conference. They'd like to improve their seeding. Nice start for the other side of things. They're managing to hang around. Wiping the glass defensively. Look, no streaks. They're preventing any second chance opportunities. CP3 coming in loud and clear. He has 8 points and he's making.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. The second half just about to get going here. One of the stories here, Brandon Knight getting it done today.
Well, he's the ringleader. We could see it in the first half. The offense, the way he distributed the ball, really kept everybody involved.
And, you know, that's just the thing. You and I both would have loved playing with him because he makes sure everybody gets a little bit of the sugar.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Crawford and Barnes filling out the wing. Griffin is out there with Antawn Jamison. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Here's Paul following the basket by O.J. Mayo. Griffin. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes. Well, when you talk about the most fearsome finishers in the league, you got to put Blake Griffin right at the top of the list. I mean, he's a high riser, and he's able to dunk with authority over the top of defenders like very few in the league can.
That free throw good from Griffin. Bucks leading by 6. Next to Ilias. It's Mayo on the wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 9 for 3. Rebound by Jamison. And with Griffin, the dunks always get top billing, but he is more than just a dunker, or at least would hope to be more than just a dunker.
Well, he's a rebounder and an underrated passer for a big man. His shot side is improving as well, so this is what you want to see from Griffin. Just incremental improvement each year.
Blocked. Crawford dishes to Jamison. Ball with the ball. Butler covering. Ball with the bucket.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Knight kicks to Ilyasova. Wants to get it to Sanders and does. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here's Knight following the basket by Blake Griffin. Ilyasova hits the bucket. Clippers trail by 4. Los Angeles calls timeout. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, well, Larry Drew had some advice for his team over that last break. He doesn't want them settling for outside shots anymore. He wants their points to come at the rim. Look for them to really start attacking that basket. Another part of what he said to them centered on his desire to see them shooting the ball every opportunity that presents itself. He said, fire away, guys. You've got the green light. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
Thank you, Doris. Ball shot clock. Nice shot by Jamison.
It's a nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Into Ilyasova. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got 6 assists in the game.
You gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Now, here is Knight. 8 points for him. Shot, no good.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Barnes dishes to Crawford. To the right side. Lots of room. Milwaukee with the rebound. Sanders has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Milwaukee leading by 4. Passes to Mayo. Shoots it. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Mayo's got 11 points.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Ball goes in. He kicks to Jamison. Griffin with it. Now guarded by Ilyasova. And that one's good. Barnes.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Bucks have gone 4 of 9 for the 4 so far in the third.
Griffin is doing amazing things on the court and off the court. I mean, his charisma and sense of humor really have made him one of the more marketable players in the entire league.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. And this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season.
He misses the free throw. Going back to Griffin, he spent a summer interning with an LA-based comedy website. I'm reading here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has a love for comedy, and playing in LA, that's a great opportunity for him to work on the entertainment side of things. And of course, he does have a real job with the Clippers. He's got to focus there.
He does. But those commercials he's in are fun.
They are good.
Yeah, they're good. Good on the second free throw.
Well, that one miss shouldn't be too costly because he was able to make it a 2-possession lead at least.
Ball against Rittenauer. Jordan inside, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
A top-notch offensive rebounder. Clark, it seems like he's always around the ball.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. One of those guys you've got to find when the shot goes up. Get your body on him or he'll embarrass you.
Now here is Harris. Now the dish to Delfino. Jordan against Sanders. A baseline J, and that is good. Sanders has got 9. Clippers trail by 4. And it's Paul penetrating. Crawford outside.
Miss, excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Delfino kicks to Middleton. He feeds it to Delfino. A 3-ball. Crawford passes to Paul. Here's the lob to the hoop. And slam dunk by Jordan.
You could see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the outline.
Here's Middleton after the made shot from Jordan. Harris kicks to Middleton. Shot clocking, game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Crawford against Rittenauer. There's the 3. The Clippers tries again, and it's good on the way in. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
He didn't waste any time getting through it.
Outside Delfino. Off the mark. And as we finish the and the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist of the game, and what a pass it was by a Clippers trail by 3. Ilyasova and Sanderson. Pass break, Milwaukee knocked away. A finish, and Griffin slams it in.
Oh, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
What do you think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've just continued to shoot well.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
On the free throw, no good. Clark shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Outside Mayo. There's the feed to Sanders. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And what a tremendous game for Sanders. He has 9 rebounds.
Always worrying about where he is.
That free throw, no good. Antoine Jameson's checked in for Byron Mullins.
That's big. I mean, if it wasn't for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position. He did not come away totally empty, though.
Paul with the ball, and it's Knight picking him up. Paul dishes to Barnes, kicks it to Griffin to tie it up. He lays it in. Griffin's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now here's Sanders. Here's Butler. And it's off from three-point range. LA's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. That's good. And the Bucks lead by 2.
You know, as soon as he got an opening, he let it fly. That was a big shot there.
Griffin a screen on Knight. Sanders with the steal. And oh, here.
And you just cannot afford to give up plays like that at this stage of a tight ball game, guys.
Tighten it up.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. His message, don't even look for
Poke loose. Ball with the steal. To the left wing. Redick with the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with off the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Knight passes to Sanders. Knight kicks to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Sanders. The jump hook. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. Their fast break offense has been lacking in his opinion, and he let his players know about it. Look for them to really start pushing the basketball. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here is Sanders after the made shot from Barnes. Griffin with the steal. with it. Caron Butler covering. 6 feet out. No good. Excellent D there from Knight. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To the middle, Sanders dishes to Knight. Banked in off the glass.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
Butler against Barnes. Right side, Griffin. Drops in the layup for 2. Griffin's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Timeout called the Bucks. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Here's Knight. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Second shot opportunity. This ball grabs the miss. Paul's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And stolen by Knight. Pass to Butler. On left of the wing. Ilyasova against Griffin. And it's Sanders with the finish.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. Some coaches see just a sure-handed say, get your teammates going.
There's a check in for Brandon Knight. Here's Paul. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris passes. And Sanders kicks to Harris. Right wing. Sanders dishes to Harris. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Paul. Yes!
The ball's got him dropping right now, for sure.
Seconds left in the 4th quarter. Harris kicks to Butler. The pass to Ilyasova. Knocks down a trifecta.
Huge point. That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket. Desperate.
Well, it's still within reach.
Yeah, but their offense, Steve, needs to be just about perfect from here out.
Now here's Paul. Crawford outside. No good off the back of the rim.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
And there's the whistle called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. It's the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And they go to the intentional intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of two is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. There's
Patient
14
offense.
seconds left
Okay,
to
I
play in
got
the
you. I
final
got you.
quarter. Ball for 3. Offensive rebound. Now Ilyasova. And now they foul and stop the clock. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jamison. He's off from 3, and so the Bucks take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Brandon, certainly a nice win, aided in large part by your ability to get your teammates involved. What is your primary focus?
Definitely just get my guys going a lot more and, try to be more of a playmaker. And, I enjoy, seeing, get guys going, and making shots on my passes.
I think they enjoy it as well, Brandon. Great job. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Larry Sanders.
Coach, what would you point to as the biggest issue your team faced tonight?
We never really established what we wanted to do offensively. I thought they played with more force for most of the game, and give them credit. That was part of their defense. But I thought it was a lot of us. I thought there was the ball.
Alright, if you enjoyed the video, my name is Jaquavius Leonard Harris, and I catch you guys in the next video.